State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Faust Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Vitech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hermson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
It's the same venue, same occasion, and same suspects as 1 year ago, and this year, the stakes mean just as much. It's time for the sectional semifinals in high school boys basketball from Lancaster. Welcome to our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys sectional basketball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, the WGLR mobile app, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. For the third year in a row, the Mineral Point Pointers descend on Lancaster High School for the sectional semifinals. This time, for the second year in a row, taking on Swall rivals, the Darlington Redbirds. Broadcasting live tonight from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. This is Matthew Gannon, and what an exciting one it's going to be between these two here tonight. They have seen each other twice to this point this year, just like last year when they met in this game. The Redbirds in their second consecutive sectional game here. Mineral Point, they've won 4 regionals in a row for the first time in program history. They played 3 years ago in Prairie du Chien in this round, but ever since 2023, when they dropped that game to Unalaska Luther, this sectional semifinal for Sectional 3B has been played here in Lancaster in Division 4. Let's get things started, breaking things down for both teams. Darlington first. They're the lower seed coming into this one. Taking a look at the bracket and how the Redbirds got to this point. They're the 2 seed. They got a first-round bye, opened things up with a 72-50 win over number 7 Belleville, and then with a big second-half performance, took down number 3 Cuba City 64-42. Darlington on the year, 21-5 coming into this. They finished alone in second place in the SWAL after a tight race in that high to middle section of the conference standings. They were 11-3 in SWAL play. 1 loss to Cuba City and 2 losses to Mineral Point. Looking at how Darlington opened things up, they were 2-2 to open this season. They dropped one to Lancaster by a point to open the year before big wins against Cuba City and Fenimore. Then, of course, that home game against Mineral Point, an all-time classic. Broker Busher came alive at the end of that one, but it was Mineral Point's Jackson Wenhausen who got the last laugh. He hit a buzzer-beater 3-pointer to get the win in enemy territory. After that, a big win streak for the Redbirds. They went from December 20th all the way through mid-January unscathed, including playing 3 games in 4 days out of that winter break, taking down good teams in Highland, Southwestern, and Platteville. Then they hit a little bit of a skid again in a 5-game stretch to end off the month of January. They went 2-3. They dropped a close one to Cuba City, dropped a bigger game to Monroe, and then dropped a big one to Mineral Point, 37-66. Mineral Point was the winner by 29 points the last time that these two teams played, but since then, the Redbirds have not lost a game. They went undefeated all the way through the end of February and into March so far. It's been 9 consecutive wins on the ledger for Darlington. Now switching things over, looking at number 1, Mineral Point, ranked number 1 in the coaches poll and number 1 in this side of the bracket. They opened things up with a first-round bye, where they, on Friday night in the regional semifinals, got number 8 Iowa Grant, who they took care of 79-36, and these Lancaster Flying Arrows came to Mineral Point for a rematch of an early February game, that time for the regional championship in the second year in a row, where it was an 83-43 win for number 1 Mineral Point. Mineral Point has just 1 blemish on their schedule. They're 25-1 this year, 13-1 in SWAL action. That won that game against Southwestern on January 17th. The Wildcats led that one by 19 with about 10 minutes to go. Mineral Point took the lead late, but Everett Dressler got the last laugh in that one with a corner 3 in front of the Mineral Point home crowd to add that only loss to Mineral Point's schedule. Since then, it's been resume-building win after resume-building win for Mineral Point. Big wins over Belleville, Dodgeville, Darlington, Lancaster, Cuba City, Potosi, Fenimore, Platteville, Marshall, who's also playing tonight, and Lancaster. Once again, it's been a good stretch for Mineral Point. They're going to look to keep things up. I had the opportunity to talk in the pregame with coaches Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds and Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers, so you will hear from them shortly. We'll tell you that our game tonight is brought to you by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Mound City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com. Member FDIC. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you could have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. The Bank of New Glarus would like to say good luck to our area athletes, with locations in Belleville, Broadhead, Darlington, Gratiot, Judah, Monroe, and New Glarus. The Bank of New Glarus is able to conveniently serve your banking needs. Online at bankofnewglarus.com. The Bank of New Glarus, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Brian Steffes Construction is your local Wick building dealer, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. But Wick Building's your dreams and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Eggers Enterprises in Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. Dearth Livestock, satisfying its customers' needs for 3 generations. Fully licensed and bonded, they provide cattle pickup and transportation for area farmers. Dearth Livestock, Highway 81, Cuba City. Farmers Implement in Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer basketball. At Farmers Implement in Mineral Point, service has been a tradition for over 40 years. They have what you need to get the job done. Brought to you by Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart for all your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesInc.com. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out at fritzsburnerservice.com. The Roadview Dairy. The Mike and Sherry Yeager family congratulate the Darlington and Mineral Point basketball teams on a great season and wish them continued success. The Roadview Dairy thanks everyone for buying and consuming real dairy products. Melody Hawkins of Exit Professionals Real Estate Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business. For all your real estate needs, Melody Hawkins, Exit Professional Real Estate, Monroe. Brought to you by Ivy's Construction Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction Incorporated is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction Mineral Point. Lafayette County Abstract and Title in Darlington and Tri-County Title Service in Platteville. Serving southwest Wisconsin since 1981. Selling your property? Call Heath for title insurance and an insured closing. Visit either Main Street location or on the web. Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family-owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Schneidl's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidl's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco. PAC provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health, starts here. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Law Offices, here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. In Lancaster, McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with all your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery and heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. Be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. And by Claire Bank, with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Tom Uppina of the Darlington Redbirds comes your way after these messages on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. This is the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Are you interested in a free checking account? Do you need a debit card today with no delay? We now offer instant issue on our debit cards. Hi, my name is Sarah Rogers, your branch manager, retail lending officer from Mound City Bank in Cuba City. When you open your checking account, we can now issue your debit card so you have purchasing access to your account the day it's open. Stop by or call us at 608-744-2141 for more details or questions. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Join Grant Regional's pulmonary experts for a free community talk on Thursday, March 13th from 9 to 10 a.m. If you have COPD or other lung conditions, this event is for you. Learn about treatment options, breathing techniques, and how to improve your quality of life. Connect with others over coffee and donuts. Caregivers are welcome too. First 14 people receive a free gift, so sign up today at grantregional.com/lungs or call 608-723-1379 to reserve a spot. Take a step toward better breathing today. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Pregame 1.
Welcome back to the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tonight, we're in Lancaster for round 3 between the Mineral Point Pointers and the Darlington Redbirds in the sectional semifinals. We're now joined by Tom Uppena, the head coach of the Redbirds. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here.
All right, so taking a look back at this regular season, you were kind of a streaky team. You started the year with 2 early losses, went on a solid winning streak, then had a 2-3 stretch in the middle of the year before closing out your regular season with 7 consecutive victories. When your team is rolling, what allows you to find the level of success that you do? And when you've been down, what challenges have you been facing?
Yeah, I think it's been just kind of the nature of our team of being a little bit young. Out of the gates, well, we played some really good teams too. Out of the gates, there was a little bit of slow start, especially against that Lancaster, that first game. Learning how to play at the varsity level. Had a tough loss against a really good Mineral Point team, obviously. Then we kind of did okay, and then every season, every team, it seems like sometimes you hit a wall, and you're not going to play your best all year long. And we kind of hit a wall there in the middle of the year. But again, losing to Mineral Point, Monroe, Cuba City, it's not like those are terrible losses by any means, but we hit a little bit of a wall there for a stretch and had to clean some stuff up, and the guys have responded. I think we're playing better defense now, and we're a little more confident than we have been.
All right, now I want to ask you about your games against Mineral Point this year. The first time you played a very close game in your house that came down to a buzzer beater before dropping a larger decision at Mineral Point in January. What challenges do the Pointers bring, and what changed between your first and second game against them?
Yeah, they're the best team in the state. There's no doubt in my mind about that. There's not a lot of flaws that they have. There's not a lot of holes. They just are incredibly consistent. They're very good at being steady and in their offense and their defense. Not a lot of ups and downs. Just an outstanding team. First game to second game, I think we maybe surprised them a little bit. Had some hot shooting. Broker got hot at the end of that game to tie us up late, hitting a couple threes. The second time around up there, you could see we were a little bit shook, a little rattled, maybe a little tight. And we didn't have that same steadiness that maybe we did earlier that Mineral Point typically has. You just don't see a lot of ups and downs from them where maybe you did with our team. So it wasn't ideal. It wasn't a great night for us up there. Hopefully we're in a better place right now and we can make it a little more competitive.
Now, so far, it has been pretty smooth sailing for your Redbirds in the postseason, wrapping up regionals on Saturday with a 22-point victory against the Cuba City Cubans, who you split with this year. In that game, you were led by big performances from Broker Busher and Zeke Zuber-Buehler. What dynamic do those two bring to your Redbirds?
Yeah, they're outstanding players. First team all-conference guys at any given night, they can get you 30 points plus. So they're a handful for teams. Teams are going to shut them down and try to limit them as much as possible. But when those two get going, it's really hard to stop them both. So very good scorers, can shoot the three well, shoot the free throw well. They do a lot of good things, can handle the ball. So, it's a tough matchup for any team.
All right, now for Russell Law Office's injury report, are there any injuries to report before this one tonight?
No, I think we are good to go.
Last question for you. As I mentioned, the Pointers have defeated you twice to this point this year. What will it take for your Redbirds to get over the hump and take down Mineral Point in the sectional semifinals from Lancaster tonight?
Well, we might need to head to church tonight and say a few prayers before the game. But all joking aside, it's going to take a lot. They're the best team, like I said, in the state. They're very steady. They're very efficient. They do things so well. So you can't rely on them beating themselves. It's probably not going to happen. So we have to come out and play our best game of the year. We have to shoot the ball incredibly well. We can't turn the ball over. We have to be pretty much perfect to try to have a chance in this one tonight.
All right, thank you to Coach Tom Uppenup for joining us in the Rally Cheese pregame show. Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's Coach Tom Uppenup of the Darlington Redbirds. You'll hear from Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers after these messages on the Rally Cheese pregame show. This is the high school boys basketball sectional semifinals on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on our streets, county roads, and highways to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. This message from the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and the WIAA.
Hi, this is Will Dunson with Dubuque Mattress. Why is a Dubuque Mattress customer a customer for life? It's simple. At Dubuque Mattress, the customer is number one, period. The customer's happiness is the most important thing. If there is anything I can do to help you sleep better, I will. Whether it's while you're looking at a new mattress, 6 months later, or 10 years after you've purchased from us, you are still number one.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Looking to refresh your home with a pop of color? Hermson's Ace Hardware has got you covered. Discover the stunning Magnolia Home Collection by Joanna Gaines, along with trusted lines like Clark & Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Royal Paints. Whether you're tackling a weekend project or a full home makeover, we have the perfect paint for you, including state-of-the-art color matching. So if it's a fresh coat of what you've loved for years or a new look for your home, visit Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The weather can be unpredictable in the tri-states. Tune into 97.7 WGLR and we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Avercamp Auto Body. This is Rose from Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. You can rely on us for complete and professional auto body repair services. Whether it's paint, frame straightening, or collision repair, we do it all. Avercamp Auto Body celebrating 10 years in business on Main Street in Platteville. Check us out on Facebook and online at avercampautobody.com.
Pregame 2.
Back in the Rally Cheese pregame show, and tonight, two Swallow rivals descend on Lancaster for their third game of the year and their second game at this point in the postseason in the last 2 years. It's the Darlington Redbirds and the Mineral Point Pointers in the sectional semifinal on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are now joined by Dan Burrison, the head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks, Matthew.
All right, now in your regional round, you took care of Iowa Grant and Lancaster for the third and second time this season, respectively. What did you take away from those two games?
Well, I thought, I think we've developed some depth over the course of the year, and I think that kind of showed on Friday and Saturday. We're getting a few more guys to contribute here, especially on the offensive end. Our leading scorer on both nights came off the bench, so having that kind of contribution off the bench and having that kind of, developing some depth, I think has helped us.
Yeah, and I do want to touch on that specifically. As you mentioned, you were led in scoring by Keaton Dempsey in those two games. What's he provided for you offensively, and how much does it help having those quality minutes available on your bench?
Yeah, I just think a lot of people are trying to focus on, those top 2 or 3 kids that we have, and I think it makes them have to guard us more honestly. Teams guard us more honestly when Keaton's able to come in and do that. We've had other guys contribute at different times as well. Athletes come in and have some good nights, Jake in the post, but I think it makes his defenses play us more honest.
And another thing I want to touch on in your regional round is defensively. In your game against Lancaster, you did have to switch up your defense. At a 13-13 early score, you came out of a timeout, switching from your 1-3-1 zone look to more of a man look, which catapulted your Pointers to a 14-0 scoring run. What advantage do those multiple defensive looks that you can successfully run give your team?
Yeah, I just think it makes teams have to prepare for a couple of different things, and if one's not really effective for us, we've played both quite a bit all year. We could flip to the other one, and maybe it gives them a little bit different look. Maybe it gives us a little bit more energy, but I think playing multiple defenses has been a benefit for us over the course of the season.
Now for Russell Law Office's injury report, are there any injuries to report before your Pointers play the Redbirds here tonight?
We should have everybody dressed and ready to go.
All right, and Coach, they say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. What will it take to do just that against the Redbirds tonight?
Well, first of all, Darlington's a really good team. They're really well coached. They've got really good players. We're not trying to beat them 3 times, though. We're just trying to beat them once, and that's tonight.
All right, in the sectional semifinals, it's Darlington and Mineral Point. We would like to thank Coach Dan Burrison for joining us on the Rally Cheese pregame show. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Matthew.
Once again, that's Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers. We'll wrap up the Rally Cheese pregame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3. Tricor Insurance works with leading insurance carriers like Auto Owners Insurance to provide honest and reliable service when you need it most.
For one, I want them to know that they're not alone. They know that no matter what happens when it comes up, that they can count on us to assist them through that process, whatever it may be.
Tricor and Auto Owners Insurance for your home, auto, and more. Visit TricorInsurance.com to find an agent near you.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
Pregame 3.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as we get set to get it going here from Lancaster. We'd like to thank coaches Tom Uppena and Dan Burrison for their time on the Rally Cheese pregame show in this very busy sectional week for both of them. In those pregame interviews, you heard the Russell Law Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com now for a look on the Shoebox scoreboard. Presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. A lot of other action going on here tonight. In boys action, 2 other games on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. You can catch Abundant Life taking on Southwestern in the D5 sectional semifinal from Evansville right now on X1071 Extreme Hit Music and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And in Division 3 action, Platteville is taking on Wisconsin Dells from Richland Center High School on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Not to mention that we've got Tyler Dictanis at the Resch Center for the D4 state semifinal in girls hoops between those dominant Cuba City Cubans and the Prairie School. That one, I believe, is already underway, so we'll bring you updates on that one. The Wisconsin Badgers picked up a win today in Big Ten tournament action. 70-63 was the final score there. Tomorrow we'll make our way into the quarterfinals in Big Ten tournament action. It's number 5 Wisconsin against number 4 UCLA. In that one, UCLA had the best of Wisconsin earlier this year. Badgers will get another crack at them tomorrow in Indy. We'll now get you our starting lineups. Those are presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. The starters. First for the Darlington Redbirds, starting a 6-foot sophomore, number 0, Dante Glendenning, a 6'2 senior, number 1, Tag Guiley, a 5'10 junior, number 3, Kagan Paisley, a 6'1 sophomore, number 5, Zeke Zuberbuehler, and a 6'3 junior, number 12, Broker Busher. On the other side for Mineral Point, the Pointers, starting a 6'4 senior, number 5, Jackson Wenhausen, a 6'5 senior, number 10, Eli Lindsay, a 6'3 junior, number 11, Drew Ashelman, a 6'2 senior, number 12, Tucker Dannenberg, and a 6'4 senior, number 32, Jacob Phillips. Those the starters for both of these teams here tonight. We'll take another break here, but not before we tell you our game is brought to you by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesInc.com. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at MountainCityBank.com. Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Danzato Center in Mineral Point congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Danzato Center in Mineral Point. Brian Steffens Construction is your local Wick building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. But with buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffens Construction's expertise to work for you. Eggers Enterprises in Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping, hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. Farmers Implement in Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer basketball. At Farmers Implement in Mineral Point, service has been a tradition for over 40 years. They have what you need to get the job done. Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richies.inc.com. The Bank of New Glarus would like to say good luck to our area athletes with locations in Belleville, Broadhead, Darlington, Gratiot, Judah, Monroe, and New Glarus. The Bank of New Glarus is able to conveniently serve your banking needs online at thebankofnewglarus.com. The Bank of New Glarus, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dearth Livestock, satisfying its customers' needs for 3 generations, fully licensed and bonded. They'll provide cattle pickup and transportation for area farmers. Dearth Livestock, Highway 81, Cuba City. Pecatonica Co-op in South Wayne Mart for all your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle but for yourself as well. Quality Cinex fuel product will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op of South Wayne. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service for your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out at fritzsburnerservice.com. The Roadview Dairy, the Mike and Sherry Yeager Farm congratulate the Darlington and Mineral Point basketball teams on a great season and wish them continued success. The Roadview Dairy thanks everyone for buying and consuming real dairy products. Melody Hawkins, Exit Professionals Real Estate Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business. For all your real estate needs, Melody Hawkins, Exit Professional Real Estate Monroe. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction Incorporated is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction in Mineral Point. Lafayette County Abstract and Title in Darlington, and Tri-County Title Service in Platteville, serving Southwest Wisconsin since 1981. Selling your property? Call Heath for title insurance and an insured closing. Visit either on Main Street or on the web. And Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family-owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to Tri-State homes, businesses, and farms. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Creamy Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the automated milking systems line and all of the latest in automated milking systems. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkersCenter.com.
In Game 1.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queenie Radio Sport YouTube channel. For our colors of the game, presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations serve your dental needs. Darlington in their road blacks, Darlington on the chest in their Nike uniforms, and Mineral Point with pointers on the chest on their home white Nike uniforms. The first supply, first half. After this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queenie Radio Sports YouTube channel. There's the national anthem live from from Lancaster High School, rather by the Mineral Point High School Pep Band. We'll take one more break. Back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Quebe Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 2.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Quebe Radio Sports YouTube channel as we bring out the starting lineup here in Lancaster. Deafening in this gym, both sides on their feet as we're ready to go in sectional semifinal boys hoops. Brought to you tonight by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at ritchiesinc.com. Brought to you by Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque. Powering your audio stream, Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque. When you are ready, it's time to go. Lindsay and Busher will meet at center court to get us started. Here's the tip, and it's won by the Pointers of Mineral Point. Mineral Point working to the right as we see it in the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Quebe Radio Sports YouTube channel. Wenhausen goes to Lindsay up top, head fake, and that one poked out of bounds by Guiley. It'll stay on this end with Mineral Point. Schneidl's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Go Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidl's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Ashelman will inbound here in front of the Redbird bench. Inbound goes to Lindsay. Lindsay on the near side wing with the left hand, met by Glendenning over to Ashelman. Ashelman back to Lindsay. Space on the baseline. Kicks up top to Ashelman. Lindsay back in the corner here. Goes behind the back, working. Now out to Phillips. Lindsay back up top. Ashelman will not work off the screen there. He'll take it all the way into the lane and lay it in for two. Drew Ashelman with two for Mineral Point, and it's 2-0, 50 seconds into this one. Guiley up top, handoff to Busher. Busher met by Lindsay. 3-ball from Zuberbuehler. It drops! Zeke Zuberbuehler opens up the scoring for the Redbirds, and it's 3-2 Darlington. Over a minute into this one. Here's Dannenberg. He works it with the right hand into the lane, and he's fouled by Guiley. Tucker Dannenberg will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Brought to you tonight by Grant Regional Health Center's Ortho Team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco PAC provides exceptional care for sport-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Dannenberg, no good on one. Russell Law Offices is here to assist you with your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Dannenberg, good on two. Tied up 3-3 here, Redbird ball. 16:30 on the clock here in our first supply. First half. Here's Glendenning. Over to Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler gets a screen. Looks back for Busher. Inside. Glendenning elevates. Cannot get two. And the rebound tipped out to Ashelman. Ashelman going the other way for Mineral Point. He'll slow things down. Over to Wenhausen up top. Catch and shoot three on the way. That one no good. Rebound still up for grabs. It's won by Busher. Here comes Darlington the other way. Busher inside. Glendenning will work it up top. 2 minutes gone. 3-3 on the scoreboard. No-look pass on the baseline, and Paisley's out of bounds. It's Mineral Point ball. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Ashelman walks up the floor for Mineral Point here. With the left hand, accelerates, spinning inside, off 2 feet, and gets the 2 to go. Drew Ashelman with all of Mineral Point's points from the field so far. It's 5-3 Mineral Point. Paisley over to Guiley. Guiley finds Busher. Busher with the right hand. Switch comes for Mineral Point. He's going to try and go to work on Wenhausen. Fadeaway J is short. Phillips gathers the board. Lindsay will go the other way for Mineral Point. 15-20 for Supply first half. 5 3-pointers. Ashelman on the outside. He's guarded by Zuberbuehler. Lindsay inside. He'll take the quick J. That one no good. Guiley rips down the board. Back the other way. Paisley got space. Kicks to Guiley. Inside. Guiley falling away. Awkward shot won't fall. Mineral Point with the rebound. Ashelman up for the Pointers. They have a 5-3 lead here, and officials will call for their time. Glendenning's got some blood to attend to. We'll tell you our broadcast is brought to you by McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his group, McNett Electric, are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. We're also brought to you by Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway. For free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Also brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And finally, we're brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. We'll get some substitutions in, and it's loud in this gym, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like still dealing with this injury timeout. Kind of a awkward one here. Teams will come back out 14-48 in the first half. 5-3 Mineral Point. Ashelman's got 4 for the Pointers. Dannenberg with 1 for Darlington. It's 3 points for Zuberbuehler. That's all the scoring so far for the Redbirds. 1 foul so far tonight. It's just the lone foul on Guiley. Coach Burrison still huddling it up with his guys. Not sure what the deal is here with the officials. They're talking to Coach McGraw. Glendenning will come back over to the Redbirds side. Athletic Director Brett Rollins here of Lancaster works his way to meet with the officials. Looks like we might have a spot of blood on the court is what we want to check out. Both teams now sit down to their bench. The officials holding some towels. We're brought to you tonight by TC Networks of Platteville. From IT consulting to security cameras, door access control, and more. Learn about how they can help you at tcnetworks.com. We're brought to you by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Donnie's Terrenato, called the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is Donnie's Terrenato in Dickeyville. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-Brands.com. Boz Electric, call Brad, Adrian, and Josh Busher at Boz Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and Sloans.com. Bytech Resource Management, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at Carey's Gutters and Doors.com. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC and Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. We're getting a mop out now and some disinfectant wipes. Still going to work on that floor. A free timeout here for both sides. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. Russell Family Farms of Shullsburg, a proud tradition of family farming in Shullsburg Since 1852, Russell Family Farms reminds you to support your local ag producers. Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware Henk and Napa dealers. The Rob Krantz and the crew. Krantz Auto Parts for full-service repairs on cars and light trucks, too. Krantz Auto Parts of Fenimore. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only Natural Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. First Supply at Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. And Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside service and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. Looks like there were multiple spots of blood on the floor, and now that we've got those dealt with, we can resume our action here with 14:48 to go in our First Supply first half. Saunders Oil Company in Warren, family-owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel, fuel, and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. That'll be Mineral Point basketball. They've got a 5-3 lead over Darlington. Wenhausen into Ashelman, and we're back underway. Ashelman with the right hand, switches over to his left, now backs things out. Keaton Dempsey just into the game. He's led Mineral Point in scoring these first couple rounds. Into the lane, and he's called for the walk. Lafayette County Abstract, a title in Darlington, and Tri-County Title Service at Platteville, serving Southwest Wisconsin since 1981. Selling your property, call Heath for title insurance and an insured closing. Visit either Main Street or on the web. Up comes Paisley for the Redbirds. Over to Guiley. Guiley to Busher. Busher back to Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler into the lane. Gonna get called for a foul. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. That foul going to go on Jake Phillips. That's his first. Inbound here. Stolen by Ashelman. Going the other way. And it's 2 on the glass. Ashelman's got 6 of the pointers, 7, and it's 7-3 Mineral Point. Here's Fitzsimons into the game for Darlington. The rising freshman. He tries to work it inside, and it's rejected by Dempsey. Lindsay going the other way for Mineral Point. Into the lane. Phillips can't get 2. Misses it. The rebound. And it's blocked out of bounds. It'll be Mineral Point ball. Looks like from up here that one was going to fall, but he just couldn't get it to go. 7-3 Mineral Point. 13:48 First Supply first half. Inbound to Wenhausen. Phillips working on Busher. Goes up and gets the roll. It's now 9-3 Mineral Point. Busher the other way with the left hand into the lane. Runs into a stone wall and a jump ball. We'll keep the possession with the Redbirds. Phillips, just too much for Busher on that one. We'll keep it with the Redbirds. 13:33 to go, First Supply. First half, we'll keep you up to date on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest, where it's 3-2 Lomira leading Marshall from Beaver Dam. The winner of this one, we'll get the winner of that one in Verona on Saturday. Here's the nice inbound set, and Zuberbuehler gets 2. He's got all 5 of the Redbirds' points. Ashelman up the floor for Mineral Point after that bucket. He leaves for Lindsay. Lindsay over to Wenhausen. Wenhausen into the lane with the left hand. Good, count it, and 1. Jackson Wenhausen gets the 2 to drop. That'll be the first foul on Darlington's Paxton Paisley, and we'll get a timeout. We'll keep it here for this one. Wenhausen will shoot 1 out of the timeout, 11-5, Mineral Point. Your score. Another check on the Shoebox scoreboard. Nothing yet coming in. We've got broadcasters everywhere here tonight. Covering games on this state semifinal and sectional semifinal Thursday in girls and boys basketball action here in Wisconsin. 5 on the floor for Mineral Point is Lindsay, Wenhausen, Potterton, Ashelman, Dempsey for Darlington, Zuberbuehler, Busher, Fitzsimons, Paxton, Paisley, and Grady O'Brien. Wenhausen gets the friendly roll there, gets the 3. It's 12-5, Mineral Point. Here's Busher, scoreless so far for the Redbirds. Kicks over here to Zuberbuehler inside. Fitzsimons leaves for O'Brien. He'll fire the 3, and it drops! Grady O'Brien with the 3 ball to cut the Pointer lead down to 4. Ashelman up for the Pointers. Kicks to Lindsay. Lindsay with the right hand. Over to Wenhausen. Back to Lindsay in the corner. Lindsay trying to go to work on Paxton Paisley. Into the lane. Fade away Jay, short by Lindsay. Busher with the board. Back the other way. Busher will slow things down. Out to Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler into the lane. He'll take the J over Ashelman, and it falls. Zuberbuehler with 7 of the Redbird 10, and it's a 2-point game. 12-10 Mineral Point. 12-15 for Supply first half. Ashelman near the free throw line. Tries to work it into the lane. Spins, leans into it. Short, rebound, put back. No, Busher, rebound. And Darlington in possession going the other way. Looking to tie this one up or take the lead. Dempsey tries to steal that one away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Redbirds. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service. Your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out at fritzsburnerservice.com. Fitzsimons to inbound here from the far side. Gets the inbound to Zuberbuehler. Busher. Over to Zuberbuehler up top. Glendenning now wearing 44. Good thing the Redbirds packed an extra jersey with him here tonight. Into the lane, O'Brien. Might have got away with the travel there, but we'll play on. Glendenning up top. Back to O'Brien. Gets a screen from Busher. He's going to try and go to work on Lindsay. Up top to Busher. Takes a step back 3. No good. Wenhausen the board. Ashelman will walk it up for Mineral Point the other way. Over to Lindsay. Dempsey from the far corner. Sees a lane to the basket. No good. And here come the Redbirds the other way. Still 12-10, Mineral Point. 3 ball from Zuberbuehler, and it drops. And the Redbirds with their first lead of the night. Zuberbuehler's got 10, and it's 13-12 Darlington. Ashelman leaves for Lindsay. Lindsay with some change of speed into the lane. Leaves for Potterton. Potterton goes out to Dempsey. Lindsay. Wenhausen and the Redbird fans make some noise. Wenhausen into the lane. No good. Rebound goes to Darlington the other way. Zuberbuehler. O'Brien. Got it! Counted and a foul! That foul's on Potterton. And it's 15-12 Darlington. They'll look to make the lead 4 on the free throw. That one good. And Coach Burrison will get a timeout. We'll take what's due back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Milk has been building champions for centuries. Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why the pros know they're gonna need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at GonnaNeedMilk.com. GONNA needmilk.com. Brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
In Game 3.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 16-12. It's a nice little run here for Darlington. 11-1. With 10:16 to go in the first supply, first half. Mineral Point coming the other way now. Same 5 for the Pointers. Same 5 for the Birds. Ashelman with the right hand into the lane. Can't get the 2. Busher with the board. Good D there from Glendenning. The other way, O'Brien will go up top to Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons. Dempsey up top with him. Glendenning with the right hand. Zuberbuehler comes from the near side. Trying to go to work on Lindsay. Now into the lane. It's blocked by Lindsay. And out of bounds. Last touch by the Redbirds. There's a defensive stand for Mineral Point. Phillips will come into the game. He replaces Potterton. Lindsay up the floor for Mineral Point, manning the point. Here he goes with the right hand. Over to Wenhausen. Ashelman to Dempsey on the far side, now on that wing. Phillips is in the far corner. Lindsay comes off the baseline. Good defense there by Glendenning. Ashelman corrals the pass. Wenhausen, quick pull-up 3, short. Rebounded Darlington. Fitzsimons the other way. Turnaround Jay, short. Lindsay tracks down the rebound, up ahead. Dempsey fouled. That foul will go on Broker Busher. And Keaton Dempsey will go to the line to shoot 2. Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. Dempsey, good on 1. He will get one more. Brian Steffes Construction is the old Quick Buildings here in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put Quick Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. Dempsey, good on both. That will make it a 2-point game, 14-16. Bossert will come into the game for Mineral Point. Busher up the floor for the Redbirds. 8:42 to go for supply first half. 16-14, Darlington in charge. Guiley on the outside, tries to work it inside, kicks to Kagan Paisley. Paisley, Glendenning, 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound won by Guiley, another opportunity. Busher will take a 3, and that one no good. Another offensive rebound for the Redbirds. We'll get a 3 ball here from Zuberbuehler. That one no good. Busher the board, and the 2. 18-14. Darlington capitalizes with the 2. Bossert over to Phillips. Wenhausen takes the mid-range jumper. That one no good. Rebound to Glendenning. Zuberbuehler. Busher, 3 ball. No good. Rebound picked up by Wenhausen. Going the other way. He'll take it himself for 2. 18-16 Darlington after that one. 7:30 on the clock. Guiley in the near corner. Works it inside. Elevates the hook. Won't go. Put back good. Glendenning is left alone inside and gets the bucket there to bring the Redbird lead back up to 4. Ashelman out to Dempsey. Mineral Point been quiet from beyond the arc tonight. Ashelman on the outside. into the lane, spins. Phillips at the free throw line. Wenhausen, he'll work it inside. Turnaround jumper, no good. Phillips, the board, can't get the putback to fall, and the rebound goes to Busher. Busher up the floor with purpose to Paisley. Paisley into the lane. Blocked, but another rebound for Darlington. Zuberbuehler tries a three, and that's off the mark. The Redbirds have been killing the Pointers on the glass tonight, and they've got a 4-point lead, 20-16. Ashelman over to Wenhausen. Wenhausen inside, steps through for a pretty two. Jackson Wenhausen up to 7 for Mineral Point, and the Redbird lead back to 2. Baseline, Zuberbuehler. Called for the foul. Will be a pointer here. See who that's on. And it's going to go on Wenhausen his first. Free throws on the way for Zuberbuehler. Dearth Livestock, satisfying its customers' needs for 3 generations, fully licensed and bonded. They provide cattle pickup and transportation for area farmers. Dearth Livestock, Highway 81. Cuba City, first free throw up and good for Zuberbuehler. He's up to 11 tonight. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself a difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC, Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. And Southwest Health, over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You get excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Zuberbuehler good on both. Redbird lead is 4, 22-18. Under 6 to play. Lindsay loses his dribble. Over to Ashelman. Bossert up top. Bossert into the lane. Mineral Point almost turns it over. Phillips saves it though. Lindsay, deep three. Got it! There's the first points of the night for Eli Lindsay, and it comes in a big way. Outside, Fitzsimons kicks Zuberbuehler. Busher wants it. On the wing on the far side. Rises and gets 2 on Lindsay. Good finish for Busher there. 24-21 Darlington. 5 to go here in the first half. Ashelman. Lindsay. Phillips. In the lane. Turnaround shot good on the glass. Phillips with 4 for the Pointers, and the Redbird lead back to 1. These teams been going back and forth offensively. Darlington's been able to hold on to their lead. We'll get a 3 from Zuberbuehler, and it's good! 15 for Zeke. And it's 27-23 Darlington. Lindsay will try a 3. That one no good. Rebound ripped down by Glendenning. 27-23 Darlington. Coach Uppina calling out a play from the sideline here. Zuberbuehler on the wing, tries to work it on Ashelman, spins inside, and fouled. Zuberbuehler's done a good job getting to the line tonight. That one gonna go on Dannenberg, his first. Free throws on the way for Zuberbuehler. Pecatonica Co-op and South Wayne Mart for all your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op of South Wayne. That one good for Zuberbuehler. (28-23) Darlington. They've been in control here the majority of this half since that early stretch for the Pointers. Second one good for Zuberbuehler. He has 17 points. Mineral Point held him scoreless in the first half the last time they played. Potterton Trying to find where to go, finds Wenhausen. He'll work it on the baseline and fouled. That'll be on Zuberbuehler. And that's his first. Four fouls on each team. It's a 6-point lead for Darlington with 3:33 to go till our halftime break. We'll have the McNett Electric halftime report as always at halftime. Wenhausen fires the three. That's good. There's a triple for Jackson Wenhausen. He's into double figures, and the Redbird leads down to 3. O'Brien out to Glendenning. Glendenning into the hands of Potterton. Stolen away into the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay up for Mineral Point with 3 to play here in the half. Wenhausen comes off a screen, collects it. He'll take a pull-up jumper off balance. It's good. Wenhausen with 12, and it's a 1-point game again. 29-28. Fitzsimons trying to work on Potterton. It's good. Lindsay on the outside, working inside with the right hand, it falls. Lindsay with 5, 31-30 Darlington. Offense is picking up here. Fitzsimons out to O'Brien. O'Brien, there's a turnover for the Redbirds. The Roadview Dairy, the Mike and Sherry Yeager Farm congratulate the Darlington and Mineral Point basketball teams on a great season and wish them continued success. The Roadview Dairy thanks everyone for buying and consuming real dairy products. And Melody Hawkins of Exit Real Estate Monroe, her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business for all your real estate needs. Melody Hawkins, Exit Professionals, Real Estate Monroe. Inbound, here goes to Wenhausen. He's out there with Lindsay, Potterton, Ashelman, and Dempsey for the Pointers. For the Redbirds, Zuberbuehler, Busher, Glendenning, Fitzsimons, and Guiley. Ashelman goes to Lindsay. Lindsay trying to back down Glendenning. With the right hand, short. Darlington going the other way. Fitzsimons up top. Busher on the near side wing, leaves for Zuberbuehler. And it's stolen away by Dempsey. That one into the hands of Wenhausen. Now Ashelman the other way to Lindsay. Catch and shoot 3. And it's a wedgie on a 3, but Lindsay got fouled, so he'll get 3 free throws. Kind of unusual to get a wedgie from deep. Lindsay at the line. He's got 5 for the Pointers so far tonight. First free throw up and down. Tied up at 31. Lindsay will get another free throw. That one up and good as well. That one rattles home. Mineral Point leads it. They've got another free throw coming. Checking the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. It's 27-26. Lomira leading Marshall right now from Beaver Dam. And the other sectional semifinal, Lindsay's third free throw, good as well. 3 for 3 on that trip to the line to give his Pointers a 2-point lead, 33-31. Here's Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler up top. Met by Dempsey. Works to that near side where he leaves for Kagan Paisley. Paisley goes to Guiley. Guiley. Now works it over here where he leaves for Fitzsimons. Darlington working this one around the outside. Seconds begin to tick off the clock. Under a minute to go in the first supply, first half. Guiley still with it up top, down to 50 seconds, and the Redbirds really holding this one out. Guiley gets past Potterton to Paisley. Wenhausen's giving him a little bit of space. Down to 30 seconds. Now Guiley And Redbirds will hold for the last shot. Two-man ball here for Zuberbuehler and Busher, it looks. Busher, 3-ball, up. Good on the glass. Mineral Point the other way, 6 seconds. Ashelman with 4. Lindsay, 3-ball, no good. And at the buzzer, it's 34-33 Darlington. We'll take a break here, back after this. On 97.7 Country WGLR and the Cuba Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
Get prepped and ready for a lush lawn this season with great deals at Fleet Farm. Save $5 on all Scott's Sun and Shade grass seed in convenient 3, 7, and 20-pound bags. Scott's Turf Builder Crabgrass Preventer with lawn food is just $69.99 after rebate. Plus, Field and Forest denim jeans for men, perfect for yard work, are priced right at $9.99 and up. Stock up on all your seasonal lawn and garden supplies at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
Multiple Ventures Duct Cleaning. No, not duct. Air duct. If you're having allergy issues from pet dander or dust, it could be your ducts. Heating vents can become a breeding ground for fungi, germs, and mold, meaning the air you breathe inside your home can be up to 70 times more polluted than the outside air. Multiple Ventures Duct Cleaning, LLC, can clear your air ducts and dryer vents. Call Daryl at 608-306-2541 for a free estimate. How important is clean air to your family? Call today and find Multiple Ventures Duct Cleaning on Facebook.
In Game 4.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, where it's a 34-33 lead at the halftime break for the Darlington Redbirds over Mineral Point. We'll take another break. It's the Big Net Electric halftime report after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Get spring started at the Queen Bee Radio Andrews Ag Supply Home and Outdoor Show, Saturday, March 22nd from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Lancaster. Talk to DeBurr Enterprises when you need landscaping, retaining walls, and custom patios. Andrews Ag Supply can help you with precision planning on any parts you may need back in the field. Pages and Parcels offers unique home decor, books, wellness, and more. Plus, someone will win tickets to Tim McGraw at the Field of Dreams at the Queen Bee Radio Home and Outdoors Show, Saturday, March 22nd.
The weather can be unpredictable in the tri-states. Tune into 97.7 WGLR and we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Avercamp Auto Body. This is Rose from Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. You can rely on us for complete and professional auto body repair services. Whether it's paint, frame straightening, or collision repair, we do it all. Avercamp Auto Body celebrating 10 years in business on Main Street in Platteville. Check us out on Facebook and online at avercampautobody.com.
In Game 5.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the McNett Electric halftime report. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric in Belmont. Darlington with a lead here. Let's take a look at some scoring numbers first. First for the Pointers. Ashelman's got 6, Dannenberg 1. It's 4 for Jake Phillips. Jackson Wenhausen has 12. Keaton Dempsey has 2, and Eli Lindsay has 8 on the other side. For the Redbirds, playing with a 1-point lead, Zuberbuehler, 17. Glendenning's got 2. Grady O'Brien, 6. Ryder Fitzsimons, 2, and Broker Busher, 7. Those are your scores at the half. Darlington, they played a really good half. Haven't had as many problems to contend with that Mineral Point defense. They've been able to create good shot opportunities and make those shots all night long. Both teams have done a good job limiting fouls. Mineral Point kind of forced some shots early. They've been getting better at their shot selection here. Defensively, we've seen Mineral Point in a man look here tonight. Not quite sure if they might considering going to a 1-3-1 look at some point, or anything of that manner, but been a good half for Darlington. Mineral Point's got some work to do for them to play up to their potential based on what we've seen them do at points this year. A check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. At half, Cuba City in girls hoops leads the Prairie School 35-31 in the state semifinal. With 8:41 to go in the first supply first half, Wisconsin Dells is leading Platteville 14-9 in boys hoops. And Southwestern and Abundant Life are all tied up 39-39 in that sectional semifinal game. We'll take another break back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech, this is where you belong.
In Game 6.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, where it's a 34-33 lead for Darlington over Mineral Point. Let's take a look at our keys to the second half for Darlington. More of the same. Got to clean up some shot opportunities, but even some of the broken shots have been falling for them tonight. Maybe turn the ball over a little less. If I had to guess, I would say Mineral Point likely winning the turnover battle by now, but certainly close. For Mineral Point, better shots needed. They need to run more offensive sets. Darlington's been really physical. The officials have not been calling much here on either side tonight. They've been letting these guys play, which to an extent you, of course, love to see in the postseason. Let these guys go to work, and they have. It's been a great one on both sides. We're excited for what we've got coming in the second half. We are brought to you tonight by Richie Implement and Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Brought to you tonight by Eggers Enterprise at Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the Weber Facebook and call Lane today. Farmers Implement Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer Basketball. And Farmers Implement Mineral Point service has been a tradition for over 40 years. They have what you need to get the job done. Brought to you tonight by Melody Hawkins of Exit Professional Real Estate Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business for all your real estate needs. Melody Hawkins, Exit Professionals Real Estate Monroe. The Roadview Dairy, the Mike and Sherry Yeager family congratulate the Darlington and Mineral Point basketball teams on a great season and wish them continued success. The Roadview Dairy thanks everyone for buying and consuming real dairy products. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out at fritz'sburnerservice.com. Pecatonica Co-op and South Wayne Mart for all your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel product will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op of South Wayne. Dearth Livestock, satisfying its customers' needs for 3 generations. Fully licensed and bonded, they provide cattle pickup with transportation for area farmers. Dearth Livestock, Highway 81 in Cuba City. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have excellent car care without traveling far from home. Learn about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. The Bank of New Glarus would like to say good luck to our area athletes with locations in Belleville, Broadhead, Darlington, Gratiot, Judah, Monroe, and New Glarus. The Bank of New Glarus is able to conveniently serve your dental banking needs online at bankofnewglarus.com. The Bank of New Glarus, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We'll take another break. This has been the McNutt Electric halftime report. The second half and the sectional semifinal between Darlington and Mineral Point after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Looks like we're going to keep it here for the time being. 1 minute to go till we start off our second half here. We're brought to you tonight by Richie Implement and Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at a Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. We're brought to you by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. We're brought to you by Southwest Health. Over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point, congratulates the Mineral Point Pointer basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point. Brian Cephas Construction is your local Wick Building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin. Since 1996, put Wick Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Cephas Construction's expertise to work for you. And Eggers Enterprise in Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. It'll be Mineral Point basketball to get underway in the second half. They're now working right to left as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, as we see it in the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Lindsay into Ashelman, and we're underway. Phillips leaves for Ashelman. Ashelman will back it out. Nothing on that take. Now to Lindsay. Lindsay into the lane. Through contact. Short. Rebound. Runs out of bounds. It'll be Darlington ball. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Here comes Darlington, looking to put their first points of the half on the board. Glendenning on the outside. Kicks to Paisley. Paisley over to Glendenning. Busher, deep three, short. Rebound to Paisley, and Darlington continues to dominate the boards. Busher inside, kicks. Zuberbuehler, the three. That no good. Rebound, Busher, fouled, and he'll shoot two. The Bank of New Glarus would like to say good luck to our area athletes with locations in Belleville, Broadhead, Darlington, Gratiot, Judah, Monroe, and New Glarus. The Bank of New Glarus is able to conveniently serve your banking needs online at thebankofnewglarus.com. The Bank of New Glarus, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Foul on Phillips. First free throw, good for Busher. That's a second foul on Phillips. Busher up to 8 on the night. He'll get one more. Ritchie, Implement, and Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. That one good for Busher. He's got 9 on the night, 36-33 Darlington. Ashelman. And we'll get a foul here on Darlington. That's going to go on Glendenning. Ashelman, 1 minute into the second half. Up top. Wenhausen into Phillips. Poked away into the hands of Wenhausen. Now Phillips alone inside, makes a man miss and gets the two. Back the other way for the Redbirds. 36-35 Darlington. Busher, open three. No good. Wenhausen rips down the board. Ashelman the other way. Into the lane. Can't get it to fall. Going the other way. Zuberbuehler. Foul. And Wenhausen hit the ground hard. Glad to see him get up. Foul's going to go on Dannenberg, his second. First free throw for Zuberbuehler, good. One more on the way. And it drops. 19 for Zuberbuehler. And the Redbird lead back up to 3. Ashelman. Over to Wenhausen. Back to Ashelman. Lindsay. Inside. Wenhausen. 3 from the outside. In and out, no good. Busher the board. Here comes Busher the other way. Outside to Guiley, back to Busher. Zuberbuehler inside, can't get the 2. Dannenberg the other way, he'll slow it down. Lindsay, Ashelman takes the deep 3, and it's good! That'll tie us up at 38. Busher in command of the offense. Paisley, Guiley, back to Paisley. Guiley up top. Glendenning tries a 3. That one, no good. Dannenberg with the board. Here come the pointers the other way. Ashelman. Up top. With space. Into the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Phillips, the board. The putback won't go. Busher the other way. He'll try the 3. No good. Lindsay the rebound. Still tied at 38. 14:35 to go. Ashelman. Up top. That one might have been off of Darlington, but even if it was, that's off on Dannenberg. It'll be Darlington basketball. Farmers Implement Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer basketball at Farmers Implement. Mineral Point service has been a tradition for over 40 years. They have what you need to get the job done. And brought to you by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See inventory and employment opportunities at richiesInc.com. Guiley. Over to Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler inside. Extra pass. Guiley fouled. Two free throws on the way for Tag. Guiley trying to break this tie. First one, no good, back iron. One more on the way, 38-38 as it stands now. That one, good. First point of the night for Taggart Guiley to give Darlington a 1-point lead. Lindsay in here. Up for the pointers. Him and Wenhausen communicate on the far side. Ashelman over to Lindsay. Dempsey gathers and is fouled by Zuberbuehler. That's number 1 on Zuberbuehler. Inbound here to Lindsay. 13:43 to play, 39-38 Darlington. Lindsay over to Ashelman. Dempsey back to Ashelman. On the outside. Works it inside and fouled by Paxton Paisley. That's his second. Free throws on the way for Drew Ashelman. First one up, no good for Ashelman. He'll get one more. On the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Cuba City leads the Prairie School 46-42 with 12:24 to go in girls hoops, and at half, it's Wisconsin Dells 34, Platteville 18. Ashelman good on 2 to tie us up. He's got 10 tonight. His 10, Wenhausen's 12, and Lindsay's 8 leave the pointers. 39 all. O'Brien to Fitzsimons off the screen. Fitzsimons inside to O'Brien. Back out to Paisley. Now Zuberbuehler. Fitzsimons. Into the lane. Blocked by Potterton. Rebound Wenhausen. Ashelman over to Lindsay. Wenhausen to Lindsay. Lindsay tries to take it on the baseline. Spins through and gets two. And there's a Mineral Point lead. 41-39. Back the other way. O'Brien to Busher. Coach Uppina calls out the play. O'Brien over to Zuberbuehler. Quick three. Short. Lindsay with the board. 12:08 to go second half. 41-39. Mineral Point. Wenhausen on the outside. To Potterton up top. Back to Ashelman. Now Lindsay. Lindsay into the lane. Goes up and gets two more. Now a 4-point lead for Mineral Point. 43-39. O'Brien inside. Blocked by Potterton. Rebound. Won by the Redbirds. Paisley, and we'll get a timeout by Darlington. There's the timeout. We'll take one, too, back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Quimby Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than winning a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since 1965. The award recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Join WGLR and Pioneer Ag in Lancaster to celebrate National Ag Day Tuesday, March 18th from 10 a.m. to noon inside Pioneer Ag Showroom. There will be snacks, refreshments, and lots of giveaways, including a bag of Darlington seed corn and alfalfa. Everyone who stops in gets a pint of Vesperman ice cream or a gallon of Prairie Farm milk from New Horizons while supplies last. Pioneer Ag of Lancaster, your local dealer for Darlington seed.
In Game 7.
Back on 97.7 Country, WGLR and the Quimby Radio Sports YouTube channel. 43-39. Mineral Point leads Darlington. 11:33 to go here. From Lancaster. Redbirds inbound it. Here's Zuberbuehler. He's got 19 for the Birds. Fitzsimons over to Zuberbuehler. Trying to work it inside. He elevates and gets two. There's the 20-point mark. He's up to 21 with that one, and it cuts the pointer lead to 2. Back the other way. Potterton, Wenhausen, 3. Corner, no good, too strong. Rebound tipped out to Dempsey. Dempsey out to Lindsay. Under 11 to play. Wenhausen. Ashelman back to Wenhausen. Those guys playing catch on the near side. Ashelman tries to work it inside. Still going. Now goes back out to Wenhausen. Mineral Point resets. Ashelman to Lindsay and a foul on Glendenning. There's another one. That's his second. Looks like more blood from Glendenning or maybe his nose plug's fallen out. Very, very tough thing to contend with. He'll sit. Kagan Paisley in his place. Wenhausen inbound here. 2-point lead for Mineral Point. 43-41. Inbound to Lindsay. Near corner. Over to Wenhausen. Lindsay. Busher on him. Spins inside. Over. Busher can't get it to go. Potterton. Ref's going to decide if it's a held ball or a foul. It's a held ball. And it's Darlington ball. Here comes Darlington the other way. Busher. Pointers up 2. 10-10 to go. Fitzsimons into the lane. Back up, O'Brien. Corner 3 on the way. Too strong. Rebound. Still up for grabs. 1 by Lindsay. And the foul. Mineral Point side makes some noise in response. That foul going to be the second on Ryder Fitzsimons. Just under 10 to go. 43-41 Mineral Point. Lindsay looks over to the bench. Ashelman to the left to Dempsey. Dempsey into the lane, accelerates, and fouled. No shot. That's going to go on Kagan Paisley. And that's 6 on Darlington to just 3 on Mineral Point. Next foul on the Redbirds would send the Pointers to the line the rest of the way here. Inbound to Ashelman. Lindsay in the lane with the right hand, short. Kind of rushed that one. Busher with the rebound. Darlington going the other way. It's Kagan Paisley. Zuberbuehler deep 3. No good. Wenhausen tracks the rebound. Now Ashelman the other way for Mineral Point. And a timeout for the Pointers. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 8.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Have you ever wanted to shake hands with an octopus, ready to step back in time aboard a historic steam dredge boat? These unforgettable experiences and more are waiting for you at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in Dubuque. Dive right in for family fun with hands-on exhibits across the 14-acre campus, enjoy a thrilling 4D movie, or get up close with nature during a daily creature feature. And you won't want to miss the incredible exhibit, Ice Dinosaurs, The Lost World of the Alaskan Arctic, coming to the River Museum this summer. Adventure awaits. Make plans today at rivermuseum.org.
In game 8.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 9:14 to go here. 43-41. Mineral Point leads their ball. They'll inbound it here far side, half court. Dempsey, Wenhausen, Ashelman, Lindsay, Potterton for the Redbirds. Kagan, Paisley. As Ashelman gets that shot to go. Paisley, O'Brien, Zuberbuehler, Busher, and Fitzsimons. Nice cut there by Ashelman. The Mineral Point lead is 4. Ashelman has got 12. Up top, here's O'Brien. Inside, Fitzsimons fouled by Dempsey. That's Dempsey's first. Free throws on the way. Check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Blackbird, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. As I mentioned, the winner between Marshall and Lomira. We'll get the winner of this one in Verona Saturday. Right now it's Marshall 45, Lomira 40. Fitzsimons with the unfriendly roll on the first one. It's in and out, no good. One more on the way. Second one, good. He's got 3 tonight. One made field goal and that free throw there. 45-42 Mineral Point, under 9 to play. Lindsay up top. Over to Ashelman. Ashelman with the left hand, switches to his right. Into the lane. Can't get the roll. Potterton the board, and the putback. Back the other way, 47-42 Mineral Point. Busher. To Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons inside, passes to O'Brien, goes out to Paisley. Paisley, 3-ball, short, airmailed. Now the other way. Lindsay will slow it down. He had Ashelman. He'll elect to take his time up the floor. It's a 5-point lead for Mineral Point. Ashelman Over to Lindsay. Lindsay, Wenhausen. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Last touch by the Redbirds. It'll be Mineral Point ball. Potterton making a difference on the inside. He'll check out. Phillips in his place. Guiley in for the Redbirds in place of O'Brien. .47 to go. 47-42 Mineral Point. Inbound into Phillips. Wenhausen gets it. Back to Phillips on the wing, near side. Errant pass almost went poorly for Mineral Point, but that one bounces back to Lindsay. Lindsay sees some space inside, and a rack attack. Lindsay takes it to the rim. Back the other way, 49-42 Mineral Point. Busher is fouled by Dempsey. That's Dempsey's second. Not a bad foul, only the 5th on the team. For Mineral Point, Wenhausen with 12. Lindsay's got 14. Ashelman's got 12 for the Redbirds. It's 9 for Busher, 21 for Zuberbuehler. Kagan Paisley trying to inbound this one. Gets it into Guiley. Guiley leaves for Paisley. Wenhausen leaves him space. Fitzsimons, 3 up top. Got it! Second made field goal and the first made triple for Ryder Fitzsimons to cut the lead to 4. 49-45. Under 7 to play. Lindsay up top. Goes behind the back. Up top, now into the lane. Into contact. That one out of bounds. It'll stay with Mineral Point as Busher blocked that one. Wenhausen to inbound it. Waiting for the ready. There we go. Inbound to Lindsay. He'll take the deep 2, and it's online. He catches Busher kind of napping there for the 2. It's 51-45. Busher back the other way. Step back 3. No good, too strong. Wenhausen skies for the rebound. 6:30 to go. 51-45 Mineral Point. Ashelman up for the Pointers. Gets an ISO here. Still working up top. Kicks to Lindsay. Lindsay on the near side, met by Busher. Doesn't like what he sees. Now he'll try and attack inside, and there's a foul on Busher. That's the 7th team foul on Darlington, and it'll put Lindsay at the line to shoot 1 and 1. That's Busher's second personal. Lindsay's got to make 1 to get 2. His first one will rattle home. It takes a few bounces, but he gets it. 52-45 Mineral Point. Lindsay, 1 more on the way. As Ashelman and Wenhausen hold back for the Pointers. Lots of noise from the Darlington side as Lindsay cashes in on both. He leads Mineral Point with 18. Other way, Glendenning back into the game. Guiley up top. Over to Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons tries to work it inside. Turnover. Ashelman the other way. Nobody to beat, and he lays it in for 2. We'll get a timeout by Darlington. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Well, looks like we'll stay here for this one, actually. 5:40 to go. Check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest. Marshall leading Lomira 58-42. Looking like it's going to be a date with Marshall, who, for whoever wins this one here tonight. other scores on the shoebox scoreboard. See if we can get you. Wisconsin Dells 40, Platteville 30. 14:55 second and 63:59 Cuba City over the Prairie School with 3:33 left in girls action. It'll be Darlington ball out of the timeout. And here's the inbound. Inbound comes. Glendenning to Guiley. Guiley works on the baseline. Now Zuberbuehler. Double comes. Stolen away. Ashelman will work it up for Mineral Point. Ashelman on the near side, met by Zuberbuehler. Lindsay. With his right into the lane. Kicks to Dempsey. Wenhausen wants it. He'll take the three, and it's good! In the defender's face, Wenhausen with the three. 58-45, Mineral Point. Guiley tries the three. In and out. Phillips, the board. Back the other way, Ashelman will slow things down. Ashelman into the lane, then backs it out. 4:20 to go. With the left, leaves for Dempsey. Dempsey back to Ashelman. Tight pressure from the Redbirds on the near side. Phillips, Wenhausen, Lindsay up top. 4 to play. There's a lot of noise in this gym. And the foul on Glendenning. That's his third. All of them have come trying to contain Lindsay. Lindsay will get 1 and 1. First one, short. Rebound to the Birds. Here comes Fitzsimons the other way, under 4 to play. That's a 13-point hole for Darlington. Busher to the free throw line. Tries to step into a floater there, and it falls. Nifty finish for Busher. Busher into double figures on that one. 58-47. As we saw last time, well, 2 times ago rather, these two teams played. Can't leave anything to chance at the end. Darlington storm back into this one. Still a lot of ball to go here. 3:26 on the clock. Ashelman on the outside with the left into the lane. Trying to go to work on Zuberbuehler. He'll walk it back out. Tight D from Zuberbuehler. Lindsay comes up to help. Down to 3 minutes. Ashelman with the left hand over to Wenhausen. Wenhausen circles over to the far side, and his jersey's tugged there by Fitzsimons. Wenhausen not a fan. And it'll put him at the line to shoot 1 and 1. He's having a conversation with an official here. That's the third on Fitzsimons. Wenhausen will get 1 and 1. Front end of that bonus good for Jackson Wenhausen. Up to 16 and a chance to add one more here. Jackson Wenhausen's second free throw, good. Nothing but net. 17 for Wenhausen, 60-47 Mineral Point in the final 2:40. Zuberbuehler, it's been Herculean for him tonight. Kicks to Guiley. 3-ball, straight on, no good. Lindsay, the rebound. Bodies hit the floor. No calls. Mineral Point advances the ball up into the half court safely. Wenhausen circles back out. Fitzsimons in his face. Wenhausen weaving in and out as the clock approaches 2. Now to Lindsay. Wenhausen. Phillips near the free throw line. Kind of got swatted there by Busher. No call as he throws that ball away. Wenhausen. And we'll get a foul on Fitzsimons as he tries to draw an offensive foul. Hits the deck. That's his 4th. Does not work. And Wenhausen now will shoot 2. Mineral Point in the double bonus. First one, good for Wenhausen. 61-47. Second one, got it. Wenhausen, 19. 1:40 to go. 62-47 Mineral Point. Glendenning up top, backs out to Zuberbuehler. Working on Ashelman, time running out for Darlington. Down to the final 90 seconds. Zuberbuehler into the lane, fouled, no shot. That's the first on Ashelman, and just the 6th team foul on Mineral Point. Another check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest. Cuba City beats the Prairie School 62-63. The Cuban girls play for a state championship on Saturday, and Wisconsin Dells beats Platteville 43-41 with 11 minutes to go in that sectional semifinal. Here's the inbound to Guiley. Busher, 3-ball from the wing. Got it! And we'll get a timeout. We'll stay here for this one. Busher up to 14 on that one. Another check on the Shoebox scoreboard. Mineral Point leads by 12 with 1:23 to go in our other sectional semifinal. Number 2 Marshall leads number 5 Lomira 72-56. Lomira took down the top seed Partyville in overtime on Saturday last week. Lomira's given Marshall some trouble, but now Marshall's starting to pull away. 72-57. Make that 72-58 as we're getting to the conclusion of that one. We will have the winner of this one and the winner of that one, looking like it will be Marshall in that one from Verona. A very interesting, exciting venue on Saturday. Back to the action here, 1:20 to go. Lindsay up to Wenhausen. Mineral Point advances the ball, and Wenhausen will get it to Lindsay. Now Ashelman, Mineral Point playing hot potato, avoiding the foul, and Lindsay hacked by Zuberbuehler. That is his second. And Lindsay to the free throw line. Lindsay to get 2. First one, good. That makes it 63-50. One more on the way for Lindsay. Second one, no good. Front iron. Rebound to Zeke Zuberbuehler. 1:05 to go. Zuberbuehler guarded by Phillips up top. Over to Busher. Busher gonna need an effort like he had in late December. His 3-ball, no good. Too strong. Ashelman the board. And Wenhausen fouled by Dante Glendenning, his 4th. And as we've got just 50 seconds to go, the Mineral Point fans rise to their feet as it looks like Mineral Point will be playing for their 2nd sectional championship in the last 2 years. Wenhausen no good on one. He'll get one more. He's got 19 tonight, him and Lindsay. Lead Mineral Point in the scoring column. Second one good. He's got 20. On the other end, Fitzsimons tries a three. That one no good. Lindsay rebounds it. Wenhausen advances it. And that one out of bounds. Last touch by Busher. Ashelman to inbound. Inbound goes to Lindsay. We'll see if Darlington will foul at this point. Down 14, final 30 seconds. Redbirds push off. And Mineral Point looks to complete the season sweep of Darlington. Down to 15. Pointer fans are loud. And as the clock winds down to 0, the Pointers are headed to Verona to play for a sectional championship on Saturday. 64-50, the Pointers take down the Redbirds. We'll take another break and start to break things down from this one after this. This has been the high school sectional semifinals on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 9.
Collision Specialist is proud to announce that we have been in business now for 58 years. So we wanted to do something special for our amazing customers that have supported us throughout the years. We know everyone loves our Hit a Deer, Win a Cow promotion that we run every year during October through December. So we're excited to announce that we will be running this contest every single month. So now, anytime you hit a deer and bring your vehicle to Collision Specialist, you'll be entered in the drawing. Thank you again for all your continued support throughout the years. Come see us in Fenimore, Livingston, and our newest location, Dodgeville.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything to update your home. Easily create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. With so many styles to choose from, you'll be sure to find plenty of options that you'll love. Start your project today and save big on Clearview Cabinetry. Visit Menards.com to view our entire selection of Clearview cabinets today. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
In game 9.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 64-50, Mineral Point. One step closer to the Kohl Center. It all comes down to round 2 between the Pointers and the Marshall Cardinals on Saturday from Verona. We'll take another break back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 10.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Do you enjoy playing sports and watching other people compete? Here's a great opportunity for you to get involved. You can make significant income while providing a great community service by becoming a WIAA licensed official. It gives you the opportunity to be involved, stay in shape, and assist in providing the lifelong lessons from education-based athletics. Signing up is easy. Just go to WIAAWI.org. Access the officials tab to get started today. This message is from Queen Bee Radio and the WIAA.
In game 10.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point, 64. Darlington, 50. The Pointers sweep the Birds and will play for a sectional championship on Saturday. We'll take one more break. The Reeves Wealth Management post-game show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-game 3 minutes.
Does that number calling you look familiar, but you aren't sure if you know them?
It could be a scam using spoofing. I'm Lancaster Police Chief Deborah Rukoff. Spoofing is a way scammers make it look like an area number, or even a number you know, is calling you. In reality, they could be hundreds or thousands of miles away. Scam calls are after one thing, your information. Prevent a crime before it happens. Keep your personal information private and hang up if you suspect it's a scam.
This public service announcement courtesy of Queen Bee Radio.
I'm Dr. Miller, a dentist and a volunteer for Dental Lifeline Network. DLN is a nonprofit that has helped me literally change the lives of people in my community through the Donated Dental Services program. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need each year. If you're a dentist or know a dentist, please share this information. Like me, they can make a real difference in someone's life. DLN makes it easy.
Go to willyouseeone.org to learn more. That's willyouseeone.org.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease?
Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Parents, we know we can't protect our kids from everything. Eventually, they're going to bump their heads or scrape their knees. But we can protect them from 6 types of cancer. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a common, preventable virus that can cause cancer later in life. The HPV vaccine prevents human papillomavirus and all the cancers it can cause. The American Cancer Society recommends getting your sons and daughters the HPV vaccine starting at age 9 to protect them later in life.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic.
You couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees and a UV index of 3.
This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow. Looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know. Looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice.
Incredible.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
It is time for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Edward Jones is a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Mineral Point. As we mentioned in the pregame, hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. They did just that. 64-50. They take down Darlington for the 3rd time this year, and once again in this gym here in Lancaster to advance on to the sectional final round. We'll take a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest. With about 5 minutes to go in Richland Center, the Wisconsin Dells Chiefs are leading the Platteville Hillmen. That score in that game, 56-47, the Dells on top. And the season comes to an end for the Southwestern Wildcats. They drop a game to the Abundant Life Christian Challengers, 72-68. Well, now we'll look into the next one. Marshall got a win 77-58. Mineral Point with the win here tonight. And it looks like we're going to have Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers coming up in just a moment here to speak with us. Kind of breaking this one down. Let's start with the statistics here for Darlington. Zuber Bueller finishes with 21. Taggart Guiley puts 1 on the board. Dante Glendenning with 2. Grady O'Brien has 6. Broker Busher 14. For Fitzsimons, it's 6. And Kagan Paisley 1. For Mineral Point, Ashelman puts up 14. It's 1 for Dannenberg Phillips with 6. Wenhausen is 20. Lindsay puts up 19 and 2 apiece for Potterton and Dempsey as both teams come on out here after this one. Looking back at the game, Mineral Point did have an early lead in this one. If we kind of look through some scores at some points, Mineral Point led 7-3. They led this one 12-5. Then Darlington kind of took the charge that they held for a good portion of this game. They made it 16-12 in favor of the Darlington Redbirds, then 27-23 later. Going into the half, it was a 34-33 lead for Darlington, and we kind of went back and forth for a while in this half. At one point, 43-41 was our score in favor of Mineral Point. It ended 64-50. Some simple math tells you Mineral Point ends the game on a 21-9 scoring run. When you can put together a 21-9 stretch offensively to close out a game, you're generally going to be in pretty good shape. Name a tricord turning point, and it is the scoring at the end of the game here for Mineral Point. Wenhausen really put it on. Lindsay really put it on. Great performance from those guys to get it done for Mineral Point. That's a Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. We'll take one more break. Back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR on the Quebe Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really?
Giraffe. You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/
the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel on yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving influence to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Learn how you can help at nationalcasagal.org.
All of us have a role to play in promoting a mental health friendly workplace.
So what can I do to help?
As a CEO, I can set the tone for a supportive culture.
As a manager, I can offer assistance and accommodations.
As a coworker, I can be a source of support.
As someone with a mental health condition, I can ask for what I need to perform my best.
What can I do?
What can I do?
I can remind others that none of us are alone.
And that we all benefit from workplaces that promote good mental health.
Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Quebe Radio Sports YouTube channel as we get going here, wrapping this one up from Lancaster, now joined by Dan Burrison, the head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers. Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Matthew. Really proud of our kids tonight. I mean, we beat a really good Darlington team.
I mean, it was a battle from beginning to end like we knew it would be, but really proud of how our kids kept their poise tonight. And, again, a lot of contributions from a lot of guys, and not just in the point totals, but on the defensive end, especially the second half rebounding. We didn't rebound really well in the first half. Thought we did a great job rebounding in the second half.
And that's the first thing I want to talk about. Darlington kind of controlled the boards early. That kick-started some offense from Broker Busher and Zeke Zuberbuehler, who had quieter games out the last time against your Pointers. What was it like trying to contain them and game planning around them, especially with some adjustments you tried to make at halftime to slow them down?
I thought the big thing in that first half, again, was the offensive rebounds, because it led to some putbacks, and it led to some kickouts and some wide-open looks. And then we're in a scramble once that starts to happen. So the biggest thing we talked about at halftime was doing a better job on the boards and getting out on shooters a little bit better than we had. I mean, it wasn't like, it was major, but it wasn't complicated, right?
Yeah. Another thing here is, you look to the bench and some of those guys not putting up some of the scoring numbers they have in the last couple games. You guys had to lean on Jackson Wenhausen and Eli Lindsay tonight. They combined for 39 of your 64 points. What do those two bring to the table offensively?
Yeah, I mean, they've just got so much experience. I mean, they've been through it before, as has Drew. And, yeah, I mean, we've done a great job getting contributions from other guys, and hopefully we continue to get that. But, yeah, I mean, Drew and Jax and Eli have been through this. They're veterans, and we expect them to kind of lead us here a little bit.
Yeah, and talking about a shift at the end of the game, at one point here it was 43-41. Your Pointers close it out on a 21-9 run. What happened in that final stretch of the game that really, for the first time of the night, led you to really take charge and hold that charge?
I really thought in the second half we did a much better job playing one possession at a time. I thought we got down in that first half and tried to get it all back too quickly. I thought in the second half we kind of, had a chance to regroup at halftime and just talk about how we got to where we were, and then just one possession at a time. No matter what happens on one end, you got to go play the other end. If they score, we got to go down and get a hoop. If they get a hoop, if we get a hoop, we got to go down and get a stop. We needed to play one possession at a time, in that second half, and I thought we did a really good job with that outside the first minute when they got a couple offensive rebounds to start the second half.
Last thing for you on Saturday, it's going to be Marshall. You defeated them on February 22nd, 69-43 in their gym. New environment, new game, new stakes, so can't really predict what's going to happen. Your early thoughts on that one?
I mean, they're really good, right? I mean, we got two really good teams there. I think I said earlier today, I think, any two of those four teams that were playing tonight could be there on Saturday night. So Marshall's really good. They got a lot of scores. They got a lot of different weapons, and hey, we're going to have to be ready. And should be another great atmosphere. And again, like you said, Saturday night game, so get a little bit more time to rest up and get ready for that one.
All right, Coach Dan Bergerson of the Mineral Point Pointers, congrats on your win tonight. Good luck on Saturday against Marshall.
Thanks, Matthew.
All right, that's Dan Bergerson of the Mineral Point Pointers. Let's look at some numbers from that game against Marshall. For Mineral Point, the Pointers were led by Wenhausen and Lindsay. Lindsay had 24 in that one. Jackson Wenhausen had 23 in that one. Plus, Drew Ashelman tosses in 10 points. They really led the way scoring for the Pointers. 7 made three-point baskets for Mineral Point that night, and 14 of 17 from the free throw line. Really the big thing there. For Marshall on the other side, some guys to key in on. Brady Kleinheinz had 15 points. It was 13 for Jalen Miggins and 11 for Daniel Nickel. Some guys that keep an eye on. Not as many three-point baskets made. Only 4 made from beyond the arc for Marshall. As I mentioned, that one was in their home gym. For Mineral Point, they'll have it in Verona on Saturday night. Going to be a special one. We will let you know what network will have that on. And now here, as we wrap things up, we'll take a look at what's coming up over the next couple days on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. We now know, as Cuba City moves on, that they will play on Saturday. We'll get a look here. See if we can get a score on Platteville one final time. Southwestern was defeated. We mentioned Platteville here down 9 with 56 seconds, and Wisconsin Dells adding to it at the free throw line. So looking like the season for the Hillmen will come to an end as well, meaning we're down to our final team in boys hoops, and where it sits now, our final 2 teams in girls hoops. What's coming up on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. Tomorrow, the Badgers are in the Big Ten tournament into the quarterfinals against the Bruins of UCLA. That'll be tomorrow on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Tomorrow morning, Barneveld in the Division 5 girls basketball state semifinal takes on Lourdes Academy at 10:15. The Raleigh Cheese pregame show will begin on 97.7 Country WGOR. On Saturday, if Barneveld advances, they'll take on the winner of Assumption or Owen Withee at 10:30 on 97.7 Country WGOR. Cuba City will take on the winner of St. Mary's Central Catholic and Durand, Arkansas. Not sure who won that one. That'll be at 12:15 on Super Hits 106. We'll also have Mineral Point against Marshall from Verona, likely on 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We hope so. Make sure you're following us, 97.7 Country WGLR on Facebook and Instagram as well for updates and listen in. We've got our sports schedule on AM1590WPVL.com. We'll have updates for you there as well. If the Badgers advance to the Big Ten tournament semifinals, we'll have that game on Saturday. On Sunday, if the Badgers advance, we'll have the Big Ten tournament championship game. Very hard to predict what could happen in Indianapolis, but should the Badgers continue to win, we will continue to bring you that Big Ten tournament action. Next week, should Mineral Point defeat Marshall for the second time this year, we'll have the state semifinals on Thursday. And should the Pointers advance to the state championship on their quest for a second straight gold ball, we'll have that championship coverage next Saturday. All that coverage from the Kohl Center, likely on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We'll hear from head coach Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds in just one moment, and then wrap things up here. Breaking things down one more time. Cuba City wins. We will cover them Saturday in girls hoops. Barneveld, they play their first game tomorrow. We'll cover them tomorrow, and should they win, cover them on Saturday. Mineral Point wins. We'll cover them on Saturday night in the sectional championship. Southwestern falls by 2. Platteville on the verge of dropping their game, so their seasons have come to a close in boys hoops. That's all that we'll have for them this year in Wisconsin basketball. As long as they continue to win, we will have them. The best time of the year in sports, it's March. And just as it is every year, it's a lot of fun covering these teams. We had a great environment here in Lancaster tonight. Always such fantastic hosts. I've covered a lot of games here over the last couple weeks. Some girls basketball regional action, some boys basketball regional action covering the Arrows, the girls sectional semifinal last week's, where Lancaster hosted that one with Cuba City and Belleville, and this one here tonight for the second year in a row, hosting the Pointers and the Redbirds and hosting Mineral Point for the third year in a row. Very, very great hosts. Brett Rollins, the athletic director here at Lancaster, does an absolutely fantastic job hosting events. And the last time I personally ever cover a game here in Lancaster for now, great place to play a basketball game as we wait here momentarily to hear from Coach Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds on our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Those scoring numbers one more time. Darlington led by Zuberbuehler and Busher in scoring. Zuberbuehler had 21, Busher had 14. And one thing I quickly want to mention about Darlington, I think it's safe to say next year Darlington's going to be the team to beat in the SWAL. Mineral Point, Southwestern, Cuba City, not as much Cuba City specifically, those first two teams kind of with most of their eggs in this year's basket, in this year's senior class. Darlington, they're only losing one senior in the starting lineup, and this is something I'll talk about with Coach Uppena. And what they're bringing back next year is absolutely incredible. The sheer scoring talent that there is in guys like Busher and Zuberbuehler, plus you throw in Glendenning, the Paisleys, some really impressive pieces on that team. very excited to see them next year. And now looks like we'll get Coach Tom Uppena on his way over here just momentarily. Hear from him before we wrap things up from Lancaster on our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. And we got him now. Coach Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds. Welcome to the postgame show, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, so first thing I want to talk about tonight is this game looked much more like your first game against Mineral Point than your second one for much of this game. You were in control for pretty much the entire middle section of this game, and that really started with Zeke Zuberbuehler and scoring. What kind of led him to get so hot, and then how did you keep him flowing offensively and keep the scoring coming?
Yeah, he had some tough shots. They were contested shots. He was feeling it, so we wanted to keep trying to go back to him. And when he got a hot hand like that, you got to feed him. He came out and gave us a really good boost in that first half to kind of jump out to that lead and keep us at that lead at half.
Yeah. Now, looking on the other end defensively, you were able to fluster a lot of those Mineral Point guys early and kind of limit their scoring. On the night, Drew Ashelman only finishes with 14. Keaton Dempsey, he led Mineral Point in the last 2 games. He only had 2 points tonight. What kind of looks were you able to throw at Mineral Point defensively to kind of force them into shots, specifically in that first half?
Yeah, we weren't going to let them get ball reversals to get into their offense and try to frustrate them that way. I thought Dante did a great job giving us everything he had, giving up half a foot on Lindsey. He fought and battled. Him going out that bloody nose for a lot of that game didn't help either. He's one of our best defenders. So, we were physical. We took away the things that they wanted to do normally in their offense. And then, eventually they decided they had to go kind of one-on-one and just let their guys, Ashelman and Lindsey, kind of operate, and they did.
Yeah, and at the end of that game, it was a 21-9 run for Mineral Point. Kind of walk me through what you think happened with your Redbirds at the end of that one.
Yeah, when they started on that run, I had Dante on the bench with the bloody nose. He had, up to that point, had done a pretty good job on Lindsey. So then we had to kind of move things around, and we were out of our game plan a little bit, and guys guarding guys that we hadn't really worked with. But at the end of the day, we got to step up and adjust, and we didn't make those adjustments that we needed to, and Mineral Point did, and you got to give them credit. Lindsey was a beast in that second half and kind of took over, and we just didn't have an answer.
Now, last thing for you, I think it is my job as someone in sports media to look way too far ahead at things. Looking at those top teams in the SWAL, Mineral Point's graduating a lot, Southwestern is graduating a lot, Cuba City even graduating a lot. You're bringing a lot back next year. I know it's a long ways away till next November and even until you start working with these guys before then and thinking about next year, but what's got you excited about the pieces you got coming back on this team?
Yeah, excited about the growth we had this year. I didn't know what to quite expect at the beginning of the year. We dropped the first game to Lancaster, which we shouldn't have, and then losing to Mineral Point. So starting 2-2, I didn't know where we were going to be at the end of the season, but I saw a ton of growth as the year went on from a freshman and a couple of sophomores that were playing big minutes for us. So happy with the growth that we had this year. Obviously, we've got quite a bit coming back, and we had a good JV team this year too. So we'll be strong next year. We're not going to come in and just expect it, though. We still have to work, and I think these guys are hungry. Coming up here and losing 2 years in a row to a conference rival doesn't usually sit well. So, we're going to work, and these guys are going to get after it in the offseason, and hopefully we're a little bit better next year.
All right, Coach Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds, thanks for joining us here on our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, Coach Tom Uppena of the Darlington Redbirds as we get set to wrap things up here from Lancaster High School. Thank you to Brett Rollins and his staff here in Lancaster for having us tonight. Like I mentioned, always a pleasure to broadcast here tonight. Thanks to our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. And thank you to you for tuning into tonight's game. The preceding has been a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation of Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank High School Sectional Boys Basketball. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Powered to the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, WGLR.com, the WGLR mobile app, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point at the end bests Darlington 64-50. Girls State basketball continues tomorrow with the Girls State Championships and the Boys Sectional Finals to follow on Saturday on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. Signing off from Lancaster. Have a great rest of your night, folks.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster. Serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and